Driven by a competitive spirit from an early age, Gord Nixon's success story begins in Montreal.
I really did most of my growing up down in the Eastern Townships where we spent our summers.
Gord has a brother, John. I've got a brother, Michael. And really the four of us were virtually inseparable.
We competed in everything from tennis to golf to football to hockey to baseball, just about every sport.
And even then you could tell that positive competitive nature of his just shone through.
Nixon's career in the financial industry began at the age of 22 when he took a job at Dominion Securities in Toronto, but he wouldn't stay there long.
I felt that it was really important to move into different areas. I worked in the trading area, I worked in capital markets, I went to Japan. I tried to sort of broaden my scope and experience as my career evolved.
In 2001, at just 41 years of age, Gord's broad range of experience helped land him the top spot at Canada's largest retail financial institution, the Royal Bank.
The bank transformed significantly during my 13 and a bit years. There was pretty dramatic growth during that time frame.
With a fresh management style, Gord brought sweeping reform to the Royal Bank, most notably in the way of employee diversity.
He took it on as a personal challenge. For Gord, diversity was really about giving everyone the opportunity to reach their full potential.
There's no more important assets within an institution, particularly a financial institution, than human capital. So one of the first things I did was became chairman of our Diversity Council to really get entrenched in that area, particularly gender diversity.
And the fact that we have the first female board chair of all of the banks, that set the benchmarks and really put corporate Canada on the map in terms of diversity.
In 2008, as global financial markets capsized, Nixon faced the biggest challenge of his career.
I mean, that was a pretty tumultuous decade.
It was quite chaotic, actually, but there was a coolness around the bank, business as usual, and I think that was because of Gord's leadership. He was always visible, he was always available, and he was on top of it.
Because he was a leader of the largest bank in Canada, but the Canadian banks came through as pillars of the banking establishment. And that's not a fluke. And I truly believe that the leadership that was demonstrated at that particular time was immeasurable in the global environment.
In 2014, after steering the bank through both crisis and growth, Gord Nixon stepped down as CEO of the Royal Bank.
One of my predecessors used to say that the role of being the CEO of an organization like the Royal Bank is to leave the campsite in better shape than one found it. When I took over as CEO of the bank, our earnings were roughly $2 billion. When I left, the earnings were over $9 billion.
In retirement, Gord's tireless, competitive work ethic continued as he found new ways to help his customer base and his community.
He's got passion for many things that make this a better city, a better country, and they include health, education, innovation, and community services. So for sure, the real essence of Gord is that he's a generous, philanthropic person.
And I think a large part of that is due to Janet. We always talk about a husband and wife as a team. Janet and Gord are a clear team. It's evident in everything that they do.
Yeah, I think she's kept him grounded for sure. I think as a family, we reminded him that he was just our dad.
There's nothing that's been more important to my life and frankly to my career than family.
One of the things that my siblings and I have taught him and continue to try and teach him is how to use Instagram.
He never took himself too seriously. He knew how to have fun.
I really appreciated the humor, the kindness, the family man, all of those things which really make him such a great person, in addition to a great businessman.
You're only as good as the sum of your parts, and I've had tremendous support from people who really have been the key to my success, and I can't thank them enough. I accept this award, to some degree on their behalf as much as it is on my behalf.
Please welcome Gordon Nixon, 2016 inductee as companion to the Order of the Canadian Business Hall of Fame.